What's up, guys? My name's Dylan Zachary and I'm a graphic design YouTuber. So today we're going to be talking about a poster that I just designed for the movie that is coming out, or actually has already been out, called A Complete Unknown. Came out on Christmas Day. There's no affiliation with this movie. I just love Bob Dylan, and I wanted to make my own rendition of the movie poster because I'm really super excited about this movie that's coming out. So we're going to go through it. We're going to talk about my designs, and we got like a little speed run here that I did of me designing the poster, so you'll get to see some of my process. If you like this kind of content, please let me know down in the comment section. If you want more videos like this, please let me know. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. It all helps. Yeah, anyway, so just enjoy, and I hope you dig it. Let's get into it. Okay, so A Complete Unknown comes out Christmas Day, December 25th, 2024. Hopefully by the time this is up, I've seen it by then, and I'll maybe make a little post about how I like the movie and everything. But this will be coming out after the movie is already dropped in 2025. So yeah, let's get talking about this. So right now, what we got, I went through and searched a bunch of pictures on Google Images and put under the tools section in Google Images just a large formatting photos of Bob Dylan. So I seeked out the best photos that I could, and I came up with like 5 different ones. I'd already checked them before I started recording to see which one I would enjoy or like editing the most, which was going with the style that I wanted, which I wanted this silhouette of Bob Dylan, crazy haired Bob Dylan from like 65 era. This is the kind of Bob Dylan that I wanted, that I was looking for. So this photo is what I chose and what I ran with. So here you can see I got a copy and paste and then remove the background on him. Started going through my paintbrush and started getting rid of some of the stragglers of the hairs and everything. Kind of like, you know, shape it up a little bit better than it should be. Here you see me copy and pasting his hair. There was a cutoff line at the very top, and I just needed it to be like a little sliver, and I wanted it to be a little more perfect. The main reason why I wanted to do this movie poster is because I like the premise of this movie, and I'm really super excited about it. I love music documentaries. I love music biopics, and I've been super stoked about this movie since I knew that they were shooting. They were shooting in Cape May, which is only 2 hours away from me. I actually filled out a form to be an extra in the movie. Sadly, I never got a call back, but I would have loved to dressed up in like some 60s garb, maybe carry around a typewriter or a guitar. Yeah, they never got back to me, sadly, but I did see a bunch of pictures when they were here because they turned Cape May into Newport Folk Festival from 1965 because it's still like a very quaint, tiny town. Yeah, so the pictures I saw looked really sick. So that was like the beginning of my obsession with this film. And then when I found out that they completed filming and then they went and did different shots in New York and everything for like, Greenwich Village and all that other stuff, I kind of was keeping tabs on it. And I think Timothée Chalamet is going to do, and from what I've seen in the trailers and the previews and everything, a great job on the film itself because he's a really good actor and he's really good with the Bob Dylan legacy and the Bob Dylan character. Like, he did a really good job. He did a lot of his homework. As a fan of Bob Dylan for a long time, I'm very thankful that he did the research and the homework, and it's just going to be a really good film. But anyway, the director of this film did Johnny Cash's film way back in like 2003, which is another film I really enjoyed, and I actually saw it when I was young when it first came out. That was a great film. So I'm really excited to see how this film comes out because he's really good with biopics. Back to the design here. So right now you see me just touching up Bob Dylan's hair and stuff, trying to get it perfect so it blends in and looks really good. I'm using a typewriter typeface. I end up changing this in the second half of this. I start adding the production company's information right here, and as you can see, I got Bob Dylan's silhouette there. So I got this idea when I saw some of the poster designs on the internet for A Complete Unknown. They were all really good. I always have this, you know how Bob Dylan is so mysterious and he's so, like, not a lot of people know a lot of information about him. So in my mind, I always think of Bob Dylan as this crazy wild-haired kid from the 60s. Even now that he's 83 years old, even when I see him, I still think I'm going to see a crazy wild-haired Dylan come out on stage. And sometimes you do see the crazy wild-haired Dylan, he's just 83 years old. But anyway, the Bob Dylan I always think of is this wild-haired Dylan from 65. So I knew I wanted to use that photo, or a photo from that time frame. I like the ones where he's like, smoking a cigarette. Sometimes he's got the sunglasses on, the classic Ray-Ban Wayfarer Bob Dylan look from 60s. But I knew I wanted the wild-haired Dylan, so in my mind I wanted this half and half of the black and white. I didn't really want a lot of color. Bob Dylan with the mysteriousness and the very vague lifestyle. You don't know a lot of information about it. So when I had this in mind, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do this silhouette of crazy wild-haired Dylan, and then I'm going to make it blend into the half and half background, which we got like a 25%. We got like a 25% black, 75% white, so it gives it that really nice contrast. The Dylan blends into the background very well. My whole thought process was I just wanted to be very vague, very mysterious, and I didn't want to bring a lot of attention or a lot of color into the piece. So that's why we stuck with this very yin-yang black and white style. Yeah, I was just trying to think think I was messing around with different, different layouts and everything. You can see here I'm putting the searchlight underneath the unknown. I'm putting it in the corner, and then I end up putting it in the top right hand corner, just because Searchlight is the one that is the main production company. I wanted to make sure that they had a really big prominent spot in the top right hand corner, and then you'll see later how I add the other production companies in there. And to be honest with you, I don't know which ones are the important ones or which ones are not. I use the ones that looked good the most with the layout. Be as it may, I don't know if they're appropriate or not, but it works for the design. So then we got the only pop of color in this whole entire piece is this Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan, which I did like a nice orangey goldish yellow to give it. It's like kind of like the first thing your eye goes to on this black and white piece, and then you start scoping out the landscape, and then your brain instantly clicks, okay, the wild hair crazy guy that you can't see nothing but a silhouette of is Bob Dylan. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you got all this other stuff right here. Font, A Complete Unknown, directed by James Marigold. And then we got a little snippet I pulled from Wikipedia about the film. It's just a breakdown of what the movie's going to be about and who's starring in the movie and everything. As you can see here, I changed the font types. So I did like a bolder. I'm pretty sure I just used a regular Helvetica font. But anyway, so I changed it from just a regular standard plain, all the names in bold, just to make a pop, change it up a little bit. Made the like a Rolling Stone pop there at the very bottom. Yeah, just to kind of break it up a little bit so you're not just reading the same stuff. It gives it more of a movie poster look, because if you look at like standard movie posters, there's a balance between regular typefaces and then bold typefaces. Sometimes you use serifs and sans serifs, but then here we go with the production companies now. Like I said, I don't know if they're like the appropriate production companies to use, but they look really good with the piece, the way it lines up here. So I just ran with it. I like the names of the production companies. I was using for reference for Timothée Chalamet's name from that movie poster, and I also went to check to see what it was. I didn't know if it was a PG-13 film or a rated R film. Film's rated R. Didn't even put like your standard like restricted rated R. I typed it out because I thought it kind of gave me like a Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino movie poster vibe that, when you actually write out this film has been given a rated R rating. And here we go. Now I'm messing with the black and whites to kind of make it blend a little bit better. And I'll start messing with the hue and saturations and everything. I throw a little texture over top of it eventually to give it a little more rustic, old school vibe a little bit. Here we go. Here's the texture pieces I was looking at. So we got like a little a gray scale washed with a little white in the background kind of bleeding in. Got that nice grain effect in there. Gotta love me a grain effect. And then I was trying to do like this heavenly halo look at the very top, but it wasn't coming out the way I wanted to with the white background. See, it's kind of got like a splatter paint look. And I tried this one, and this one I wasn't enjoying this one, so we ended up trashing that one. But yeah, so this piece it turned out very, very well in my opinion. It's exactly what was in my head, so you gotta love when a piece comes together exactly how it is in your head. I would have liked to maybe be a little riskier on the font choice, but you can never go wrong with a Helvetica, especially with how bold, how when you're trying to have a very bold statement and you're trying to be very in your face and loud, because everything in life has a Helvetica font usually, because it's just so easy to read. It's easy for the consumer to lock their eyes onto, and it's just it's a font that has stood the test of time. So it's like it's so hard not to go back to a Helvetica font, especially when you're going with a big film and a big project like this. I wouldn't even be surprised. I haven't even looked that hard into it, but I wouldn't be surprised if the current posters are using a Helvetica font. Right here now I'm messing with my brand logo, putting it in there because I just wanted to break it up a little bit. Something needed to be in the corners to kind of equal out with the production companies, how I got them lined up. So I was like, I want to put my own little stamp on there, so I'll put the Dylan & Co. branding at the very bottom. It's a little more contemporary with the logo there. Yeah, so this is A Complete Unknown movie poster that I designed. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you liked it, make sure you comment, like I said in the beginning of the video, and let me know what you guys think. If you guys want more stuff like this, I could work on future, movie posters, biopic posters, and everything like that. Let me know what you guys think. It was a really fun time making it. It came out exactly how I envisioned it in my head, so that's always great as a designer when you don't really make too many revisions from what you see in your head. I love the silhouette aspect behind it. I love the mysteriousness behind it. The mystique is really great. Just that little bit of pop of color with the Timothée Chalamet. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. It helps a lot. Like I said, trying to reach 1,000 followers in the beginning of the year, so let's get there. Go see the movie if you haven't. I will be seeing it in a couple days now. By the time this video is out on the YouTube world, I will have seen it, so I'll make a post or something and let you guys know how I feel about it. I think it's going to be really good. It looks really good. Timothée Chalamet seems like he's going to be a really great Bob Dylan. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.